Welcome beautiful yogis. We're going to spend a little time together relaxing, opening our bodies so the muscles can soften and relax over our props. That'll be the first part, and then the second part of our practice will be Yoga Nidra, where we'll be in Shavasana. So the props you'll need today are 2 blocks. I've set up the blocks the way we'll do them, which is one on the middle setting and the other on the flat setting, head here, and the place between your shoulder blades on this block. Because these blocks are a little hard, let's put some padding over them. So grab your blankie, and we'll just place the blankie over the blocks. Oh, we could open it a bit more so that your blocks are not quite so hard. Make sure that we've got one over the head pillow. We can barely call it a pillow, we'll call it a headrest, and it should be just that little bit higher than the one that we placed, the flat block, which is going to be on your thoracic spine. So right at the tip of your shoulder blades, just around there. And I'll show you how it looks. And have your bolster within reach as well, because that'll be nice to support the legs. I have called this pose not the bed of nails pose, but I'm hoping you won't experience it like that. And if it's not comfy, just come to the normal open book pose. But see how this feels, because I have found it to give a lovely opening right across the sternum. So the block here, right at the thoracic spine, and you might need to move and wriggle a little bit so that you get that support at where your bra strap might be, and the head support just that little bit higher. So here we are, the shoulders fall away, and the heart, open chest, is just spreading, and it shouldn't be too uncomfortable. It shouldn't be uncomfortable at all. Place the bolster underneath your knees and see if you can settle here, making sure that you adjust your posture so that it feels just honky-dory. And once you've found that, close your eyes, settle in. This arriving in your body in this open-hearted shape. As we breathe in, let's hunch the shoulders forward and up. Forward and up. Hunch, hold the breath, pucker up your face. And then, as the exhale wants to happen, drop the shoulders and soften into your face. We'll give that another go. Inhale, take your shoulders up. Now clench all the way to your hands, pucker up your face. And let the breath go, softening your shoulders, your arms, your hands, and your face. And feel into this. We'll do it one more time. Inhale deep. Shoulders hunch up towards your ears, arms tightened, clenched fist. Now clench your toes as well and feel that contraction up your legs all the way to the buttocks. So we've created the whole body into tension and clension. And then as we exhale and soften the limbs, let go and allow now in your face the feeling of a smile. And here is the breath. The nose breathes in deeply and fully from your belly upwards. Little holding moment, no clenching now, but simply pursed lips, exhalation, slowly and completely. Let's repeat that. Body stays deeply at ease, the nose inhales. Feel the rising tide of your breath as it comes up. A little holding moment. And then blow the breath slowly with control all the way out to empty, empty, empty. Belly softens and relaxes. Whole body releases. And we do that one more time. Nose in. So deep and full, little holding of the breath. Body stays relaxed. And then blow the breath gently away. And as that happens, feel how your body can relax more deeply. And if you are comfy enough to stay here, please do so as we now tune into body sensations here. Feeling of the breath. And this willingness to be in this shape for a little longer. Bringing this lovely opening to the chest, the breathing area, and by implication also the heart space. Savor your long, slow breaths, both on in and out through the nose. Modulating your breath so that each breath is smooth. We're also slowing the breathing down. So as you know, when we are going about our daily activity, our breath is unconscious. Here, now, we've made our breath very conscious and very intentional. So that the number of breaths per minute really becomes less. Becomes a lot less. We breathe 13 to 15 breaths a minute when we are unconsciously breathing and focusing on something else. And when we're here like this, we bring it all the way down to 5 or 6 breaths a minute. And this becomes very palpable in the body-mind state. Enjoying the breath, slow and deep. This is diaphragmatic breathing, also known as the yogic breath. To slow it down even more, add a little holding moment at the fullness and another little holding moment at the empty of breath. See how that feels. fully in, little pause, smoothly, slowly out, and a little pause. So this kind of breathing takes our full attention. It doesn't happen all by itself. Which is really great, because then our mental body, our thoughts are honed in on the breathing in this particular way, away from the random thinking, the circular thinking that goes on when we're on idle. So even as the body relaxes, the mind is resting and shaping the breath this way. Body relaxed, mind awake, on task, with ease. Just about a minute more in clock time, but I will guide you and cue you so that you can stay exquisitely on the part of the breath that's happening right now. Lovely, everyone. Let your attention again drop to the whole body, all the way to your feet, legs, your low back, your trunk, your shoulders, your hands, and your head. Whole body in awareness. And now we're going to change position. So do that mindfully, gently. You can bring your legs in, just push that bolster away a bit so that you can roll off to one side as we rearrange the props. So move slowly, because that block is really a little hard. All right. Good. So now let's do this. We'll uncover the blocks and take them down to the foot end of your mat. We've taken the blanket off the mat for now, and we're going to lie on the back And this is supported bridge pose. So a moment ago we had the upper body lifted, and now the upper body is going to be flat on the mat and our hips will be lifted. So let's see how that feels. We're all the way on the back, and you'll just bring the bolster or one of your blocks or two of your blankets folded on top of one another, something to elevate your hips. And feel this out. Make sure that your entire upper back and back of your head is now on the ground, on your mat. And then we have the option to let the legs slide out over the blocks. And if that feels a little intense, then just leave your knees bent and we settle in here. Feeling now the elevation of the pelvis, the activation of length along the legs, and the grounding of the upper back and head. And once you feel settled here and that you are held, as it were, held by gravity, we come back to the breath. We go back to the diaphragmatic breath. And in this shape, we're going to amplify the little pauses, letting them grow a little bit longer. At each end. Perhaps holding those pauses long enough that they are equal in length to the actual movement of breath. In other words, coming to the square breath. You might find it helpful to measure your breath with your own silent count. In for 4, hold 4, out 4, and rest on empty for 4 counts. Give that a try. The square breath also calls on our full attention and intention. Giving our mind a little simple task allows it to rest. Otherwise, it's meandering and looking for things to think about. We're interrupting that now. Because as we know, random thinking can be exhausting. This is pranayama. This is practicing, controlling prana. And it is really a most potent way to shift our state of being. The breath really links our mental body with our physical body. What I really love about the square breath is its power to ground us, to connect us with stability. 4 is a stable number. And this breathing really connects us with the earth. And it's where we want to be, because we want to be fully in our body with awareness. And it's from that embodiment that later in our practice, when we go into Nidra, we can rise up into the transcendent, the higher realms of our being. And so we rest the body, tend the breath with the mind, and even the square breathing. Our monkey minds want to do everything else but the simple task. And just smile at that, and if you find yourself rambled off in some other train of thought, just come back, smile, love yourself. There is no shame and no blame. There's only love. Continue to cue and guide your own mind on your breath. Just a little longer. As you come to the end of this square breath, shift to body awareness and auto breathing. It's just going to happen the way it wants to. In other words, we've given up controlling the breath for now, and tune into your entire body-mind state of being. Each pose, each segment of our practice releases another layer of our stress and our fatigue. So now we're going to move again. If your legs are straight, just bend your knees, push the bolster down so that your sacrum now comes onto the mat. And then just hug one knee close to your body and the other one as well. drawing the knees in close, just letting that lower back stretch out. And then with a hand on each knee, just give your knees a little circling action so that we are rolling the sacral area into the mat. Continue to stay in contact with the ground. We do 2 or 3 in the one direction, and then please take it the other way. Nice. Good. We roll to a side and come up. We're going to do another little rearranging of the props. And this is going to be a side-lying pose. So bring your bolster and place it long along the mat. Sidle down a little bit. So if you find the mat hard, you just put a blankie there, thin blankie. I'm going to do that too. So it would look like that. And now take one of your blocks. So you're going to sit on that. Take one of your blocks. Trying to see. And we're going to lie now on your left hip. Oh, and that other block might be really nice under that knee. So we're on the left hip, and we're side on, and just slide your arm down, your left arm down, and come to lie with your ear on your arm. Get comfy. And then that top leg that we just supported, let's take it straight for a moment. And push through your right foot, your top leg. And then some of you might even bring your right arm up and over. And so now we're doing an active stretch along the right side of your body, just for 3 cycles of breath. Nice, everyone. Now bring your right hand down. Use it for a little push to come up. And now we're going to rotate the trunk into revolved child's pose. So you can either leave your bolster flat, you could bring your other blankie and make a little pillow, or you could bring this block and just place it under so that your bolster is at a little slant. And here we go. We're going to turn the trunk towards the bolster and come full frontal down. Full frontal down, resting on your left ear. Now feel how your shoulders fall forward. And how your breath fills your back body. Get comfy in this position. The breathing pattern now is an inhale for 4 counts, an exhale for 8 counts. See how that goes. In for 4. The exhale is slowed down to 8 counts. And so as you finish this exhalation, let go of the breath pattern and drop into your body. See if there was any unconscious tension that filled your shoulders or your back or your face. Can you let it go? Let the ground hold you just that little bit more. Deep rest. Slowly come up and out. And so we'll do the same thing, second side. So that block can come out to the top of the bolster and take the body all the way to the other side, onto your right hip, sidle up. If it felt good to have your top knee supported, do that. And we're going to slide now the right arm all the way down the bolster. Rest your right ear on your right arm. And then straighten your top leg, that's your left leg, as though you were pushing that left foot into the wall. So there's a stretch and some power through the leg. And if your shoulder allows, bring your left arm up next to your left ear. And stay for 3 slow breaths, no pauses, to hold this stretch. Lovely, everyone. Soften your left arm and leg. Use your left hand to come up. We've got a hand now at each side of the bolster. So either bring your bolster in a little closer, or scooch your hip, your right butt a little closer. And are you ready? We're now going to turn the trunk to the bolster and lie down, getting as much rotation in your spine as you can. Oh, and you could bring in your blankie and bring your bolster up so that your head can arrive earlier. And rest here. Soften your legs. Soften and drop the shoulders forward. Tune into the subtle sensations in your body. And then once you're settled, come into that same 1-2 ratio of your breath. Inhale 4, exhale 8.
see how that goes. We are still modulating the breath very specifically. Completing the cycle that you're on, and then stay as you are and see if you can let your muscles and entire body soften a little bit more into this shape. Complete surrender of your physical body. To this beautiful unseen force that we know so well, that we call gravity. Beautiful yogis, slowly come up. Slowly make your way back up. And we're going to rearrange everything. We're coming now to the seated forward bend. So I'm just going to orient my little tabletop on this side. It's going to need 2 of the blocks.
Need the bolster on top. And I'm going to fold this blankie double so that it creates a little seat. And situate yourself so that you can either have your legs crossed or straddle legs. Sit bones back, hips tilted a little bit so that you can rest your brow. And so make the little adjustments, a little further forward or a little closer, or maybe a little higher with another blanket to get comfy. And so now the frontal lobe of our brain makes contact with something, either your pillow or your hands forming a pillow. It is that contact that sends the message of deep calm to the brain. Our back now is fully spreading and opening. This is a lovely time to bring breath awareness to the back, particularly the inhale becomes palpable. Your inhalation fills the back, the exhalation softens your whole body as it leaves. We'll stick with the 1-2 ratio pattern. Now that we've unwound the spine, we're not quite as compressed, and you might find you'll be able to do 5 in and 10 counts out. See how it goes. Absorbed, completely absorbed in this pattern of breath, its cadence, how it feels in your body. Staying as best you can with this breath pattern. Taking all the time in the world for each breath. And in this way we undo our unconscious patterns of being in a hurry. We don't need to be in a hurry. We have all the time in the world. Enjoy each breath.
letting go the breath pattern. Feel into your body-mind state without judgment, just with curiosity. And as we slowly bring ourselves up, we're going to come into Shavasana now. So Shavasana, we're going to be flat on the back with the bolster underneath the knees as we prepare now for Yoga Nidra. So Nidra means sleep. And it's really our body we're going to put to sleep. Body's had a good old stretch here. Now we're going to get the body so comfy that it becomes absolutely still. Our mind will grow very quiet as you follow my instructions. I'll just be your Sherpa to the inner realms. Nice little blankie for your head. We're going to lie down, legs over the bolster. The blocks might be nice, maybe not. Perhaps you like a head pillow. And now we settle in for Yoga Nidra. So we get really comfy. Bring a breath awareness to your heart. And as you breathe into your heart, allow to arise your intention, your sankalpa, your resolve. That could be something like, I am peace itself. I live in trust. Something that resonates for you. So allow your sankalpa to arise from your own being, using present tense, and then speak it softly into your heart 3 times. We begin rotation of consciousness. Today, the image of a little falling leaf landing on your body in the place that I suggest. So as you rest completely, feel a little falling leaf fall into the palm of your right hand. It lightly lands. Here comes another one. It's going to land on your right hand thumb. And a little leaf comes floating down on your ring finger, on your middle finger, on your ring finger, and a little tiny leaf floats down onto your pinky. The inside of your right elbow, a little leaf lands lightly. On your right shoulder, a little leaf comes and touches you on your right hip. On your right thigh, a little light touch on your right knee, top of your right foot, and on your right big toe.
second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and a little leaf touches your pinky toe. And here comes another one floating down, and where does it land? On the palm of your left hand, on the thumb, on your left ring finger, middle finger. Oh, we meant to say index, didn't we? Index, middle, now the ring finger, and the pinky. Leaves just floating down so gently, landing on your left inner elbow and on your left shoulder, your left hip, your left thigh. Little leaf floating down onto your left knee, top of your foot, the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and that little pinky toe on your left foot. A gentle touch on your brow, on your right eye, so gentle, left eye, tip of your nose, right cheekbone, left cheekbone. A little leaf kisses your mouth and the tip of your chin and the hollow of your throat, your sternum, the right chest and the left chest, and on your navel, and a light little touch on the pubis. Feel your entire back connected to the ground, buttocks, back of the legs, all connected to the ground. That breathing is happening, you can feel that, just tuning into breathing. As you exhale, sense that your exhale reaches all the way to your feet, the bottom of your feet. And as the inhale happens, your awareness rises up from your feet, your legs and your pubis, and all the way up to the crown of your head. That's the full breath in. And then the exhale moves back down from the crown of the head over the face, the middle of the body, all the way to the bottoms of the feet, where you are again empty of breath. And where the inhale rises through the feet and up, all the way to the top, and gently back down, tracing, sweeping your breath along the length of your body, up on in, a hand back down on the exhalation. As you let your breath empty itself again, have a sense of your body being heavy, heavy. Natural breathing as you feel the weight of your legs and the weight of your shoulders and arms. Even your hands feel heavy, heavy, heavy. amplify the feeling of heaviness through your body, as though you were sinking a little bit more deeply into the ground. Now we bring in its opposite, where we experience the body as light, light as a feather. Sense your limbs and your hips and your spine and your head and your arms and your hands, light as a feather, so light that a little breeze could just pick you up. The sense of your body so light it's just floating. And release that imaging, coming back to the breathing body, knowing that we're practicing Yoga Nidra, and we are practicing now bringing together the opposites. And so sensing your body, mind at peace, at rest, comfortable at rest. And we bring in the opposite, where we might feel heavy, contracted with fear, anxious. And let that manifest not so much as a storyline, and then we can bring in a little storyline, but then feel the actual experience of fear, anxiety in your body. Where is it? Feel it. Let it grow. We're all familiar with it. Amplifying anxiety, fear. And then we let that go, and we let it go, and we remember we are practicing Yoga Nidra. And we feel a deep breath come in. And this breath is so full that we can hold it for a moment. Hold the breath for a moment. Attention now to your brow center, and then the exhalation as though opening your brow center, and then entering in your awareness your brow center. Our intuition and imagination. The invitation is to see the still lake, calm, still lake surrounded by the forest. The smooth, still lake surrounded by the forest. The air is still. Evening is falling, the sun has just gone below the horizon, and the moon is appearing now just through the tree line. And the moon is rising, and we see it is the full moon. And the full moon grows larger as we see it appear in her full glory, now rising above the tree line. The moon has come into full view. And we see the moon reflected in the still lake. Holding the image of the full moon in the lake, a little breeze comes up and the moon shimmers in the water. And we look up again from the shimmering moon reflected in the water up to this ghostly, full, luminous moon in the sky. And we feel the energy of the moon, so ancient. And we feel that she is showering blessings, showering the landscape, the lake, and our entire body with blessings, with healing. And the full moon reminds us, I am enough exactly as I am. I am safe. I rest in trust. And the moon showers her blessings. And you could call on any particular blessing that you would like at this moment. And whether that has language or simply an energetic, rest in stillness now in the light of the moon that shines within you. We are illumined in the light of the moon, receiving the most beautiful, divine, feminine blessings. And in this bathing of this internal lunar landscape, we sense beauty. We sense eternity. We sense infinity. And we receive unconditional love. am love. I am unconditionally loved. I love who I am. I am enough. I invite you now to take a deep breath in, and this image of the moon that rests in your brow, have a sense of, as you exhale, to bring that luminosity of the moon into your heart, where she fades away and you feel your own breath at your heart. And you remember your sankalpa. And you say it again in your heart 3 times. And we feel again our breath. We might return a little movement to the body, moving the thumb over the finger pads, wiggling the toes. Of course, you are free to stay exactly as you are if you find yourself in a lovely place. But our practice together now completes itself with a little rolling onto your side, drawing your knees high up into your chest and filling your body with gratitude. And fusing every cell of your body, your physical body, with gratitude. We are entering deeply the time of gratitude. And then as you are complete, I invite you to come to seated, where we can greet one another with this beautiful phrase that we use in yoga that honors the light in you and the light in me being the same. Namaste.